Okay, playing some goblins. This is a deck that we trophied with a bunch at the end of the trophy race last season. I think this is the deck we broke the record with, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we broke the record with this, but we have made some changes. The very smallest upgrade ever, Secluded Courtyard over Unclaimed Territory, so we can activate Pashalik Mons' ability, which would have actually come up once in our testing. And I'm playing one Sokenzan, and then the real big change is honestly Magus over the Charmals on the sideboard. With peace and love, no Excel files will be examined by me. I think we keep this. I'll be a little slow. Got to turn on Vial. We got some removal. No PowerPoints. Aether Vial Mirror. Okay. Alright, so Sentinel's pretty underwhelming in this matchup in against this deck. Not gonna be killing with Mogg Fanatic with any any haste. Yeah, usually Goblins is pretty favored in the Aether Vial mirrors. So as long as our Vial doesn't die here, I'm gonna feel okay. I don't know if they're playing humans, I don't know if they're playing a Taxes deck. Or maybe some kind of artifact brew with Vial. I will kill this Giver of Runes, though. And then we can potentially kill on turn 4 now that we've drawn the Matron. Next turn we can go Vial and Matron, cast Snoop, and then cast Vial and Harbinger the next turn. So it'll likely be Taxes with the Giver there. Another 1-drop. Another Giver. Kind of weird that they would Vial that in and not just cast it off their one land here because they're stuck on lands. Maybe they have another Vial. 1300 doesn't ship deck tech to Brazil. Oh no, this is why they've got the answer to the Vial. So I really need to draw land now. And I did draw the land. Okay, I'm gonna probably just go for the Snoop combo now. Kind of slow here, but you know they've only got 3 cards. They're stuck on the lands. I think it's fine. Second Greaves and Fiddlebender in the deck not good. I had the Second Greaves in the sideboard where the idea is like I want to be main decking more removal, because there's like a decent amount like for Titan is like a big reason. Hammer, Shadow are all very popular decks. Like the main deck dispatches are pretty important, and then like when the dispatches aren't as important, you get to bring in that second. Lightning Greaves. Interesting. This is actually no, sorry. No, this is fine. Notably though, if we do not if they kill my Snoop, I don't get to combo the rest of this game. Since I only have 2 Kiki-Jikis in the deck, and I need a Kiki-Jiki in the deck to be able to Snoop. But what I can do here is I can make infinite copies of Snoop on my upkeep, and then I can Harbinger to sack all my Snoops. Didn't you run 3? No, I've never run 3. Or at least not in... Maybe in the very first draft I ever built the deck, like, whenever this card first came out. But this has always had 2. I'll show you a YouTube video of Affinity. Everything is pretty budget except for Urza lands. Yeah. There's definitely some of the Affinity variants are pretty cheap, minus the sagas. I did put out a, or I don't know if it's published yet, but I wrote a budget deck guide for the Grixis Sword deck. Oh, that's true. I can copy Matron to shuffle the Kiki back in. Okay, but now I don't have the ability to do that or really anything. Okay, I think this turn we play Pashalik Mons, we kill the Giver of Runes with the Mogg Fanatic. Then just try to grind through. His Affinity is still pretty good. I heard it fell off a bit. It's got a big resurgence. It's got a lot of new toys and tools. Definitely had a big comeback, I feel. Attacking is kind of interesting there. Yeah, actually. Yeah, yeah, maybe attacking with Expert's fine, because I would be fine to just kill the Flicker Wisp. Yeah, and then racing this Kaldra is going to be kind of tough, although I guess I do now get to chump with the... Probably chump with the Matron, because I'd rather copy the Expert if I can. And then kill the Flicker Wisp before damage is dealt. I'm at a very notable 16, not 15, so I'm not to just a few more attacks here. My goal now is probably going to be to try to find a Sling-Gang Lieutenant. Sling-Gang plus Pashalik Mons is usually pretty strong. Maybe getting a Mogg Fanatic this turn, though. Mogg Fanatic would give me some decent attacks. I could also get a Prospector. Prospector is kind of interesting with the Snoop. I think I'm just going to pass here. Not the most impressive Thalia. Only one card left in their hand. Although Tax's pilots have the uncanny ability to just always top deck gas, but whenever I play the Tax's deck, I'm just always drawing like stupid Aether Vials, redundant Thalias, lands. But those who play Taxes actually get to draw gas nonstop. Attacking with Thalia is kind of weird. Guess I forces me to trade a Goblin. Do I want to kill the Sentinel or just kill the Thalia? I guess I'll just kill the Sentinel. So I think it's somewhat of a chance to have another Thalia. Okay, so upkeep, cast Expert. Land on top, not too bad. Kill the Stoneforge Mystic, see if they've got the Batter Skull in their hands. They're vialing into 2-drop. Is this Charming Prince? It's another Stoneforge Mystic. Oh man, sorry, I probably should have killed this again. Maybe not. Oh, they just get Sword of Fire Ice? That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so we draw lands. Play Mire. Shuffle. Okay, Mogg War Marshal is great here. It's actually positive mana with the Prospector. Alright, let's... Pretty sure we kill those Stoneforge. Just getting through some blockers may be relevant here. Cast the Mogg Fanatic. Okay. I don't think we're done here. Don't think we're just done. I kind of want to cast Kiki. Can we put Sling-Gang on top and kill? Maybe. So we sack 2 goblins here. Cast the Boggart Harbinger. And then we get the Snoop. Yeah, that should be lethal. Good line. Especially because we get to attack for like 5 or 6 first. Goblins get an ink rage with Neo. A few. The Secluded Courtyard is the smallest upgrade ever. You get the red channel land, and then Magus is now better than Charmal. But not really big changes. Okay, let's bring in Fury, the Trash Man. Trimming War Marshal. I usually like to trim at least 1 Ringleader when I bring in the Furies. Probably fine trimming the Prospector. Probably fine trimming the Chieftain here too. Chieftain may be okay. Maybe try about Harbinger, keep it the Chieftain. Well, I guess I'll just keep the turn 3 combo hand. I'd like to see if Legacy ACAS can be recreated in Modern. I mean, we've been playing what is effectively that deck. Or a few different versions of what is effectively that deck recently. And it is pretty good. I do think I actually like the mono blue affinity variants, like what you're describing, more than I like the blue white versions. Okay, I'm doing a pretty bad job of not drawing my Kikis so far today. Munitions Expert on top. So we'll see what happens. I guess like upkeep casting Expert killing Stoneforge isn't like that good at stopping Okay, well I guess now I do actually need to upkeep Expert to kill the Arbiters, because Arbiter stops me from searching with the Harbinger. So kill that. Draw that. Cast play a Cavern. And no attacks. Prospector over Fanatic. Mogg Fanatic's I think pretty good in the matchup. They've got a decent amount of 1 toughness creatures. Why Magus over Charmal? So we were playing Charmal back before Modern Horizons 2. Back before Modern Horizons 2, Tron was a lot more popular than Titan. Charmal is a lot better against Tron than Magus is, but with Titan emerging as kind of like one of the main decks to beat in the format, to be honest, it almost feels like a no-brainer to switch to Magus. And Magus is nice because you can Vial it in, and Magus is nice since it doesn't get Besaged. I think I'm just gonna Ringleader here. Obviously, casting the Snoop has some nice upside, but this is way more mana efficient and, you know, is better against any interaction. But I have to discard only if I had 3 goblins or more, and if I do, that's a good thing for me, right? Okay, they're finally putting the Cauldron to play. Feels pretty raceable. Oh yeah, I forgot to play around Mana Tithe. Okay, if they attack with a Skyclave, am I blocking with Ringleader? I think no. Think of living in deck with Crushing Footfall instead of Leyline of Sanctity in the sideboard. I think there's less graveyard hate right now than you might expect. I was thinking I could wait. I could play Chieftain this turn and play Snoop next turn, and then that plays around the removal spell well. But then it doesn't actually play around the removal spell because they just kill the Chieftain. So I think we just cast the Snoop. We can go for the combo kill next turn, obviously. I think I'm gonna Mogg War Marshal, since if I feel like I can't go for the combo, I might just go Sling-Gang plus Mogg War Marshal and survive. If you had a second Kiki of Ringleader, you have to decline it there. Oh, so yeah, you actually cannot decline with Ringleader. It's good, important thing to know about. Yeah, sometimes you just find the second Kiki and you're not playing the combo game that game. Value Kiki that turn. You could maybe have done that. I think that we're pretty likely to be able to combo kill them next turn. That says GG's. Alright, Goblin's still cracked. Goblin's still cracked. Yeah, Ghost Quarter Search is optional, so it can't break up the Snoop combo by itself. I think it's a Lurrus deck. We're on the draw. Pretty bad against a turn 1 Ragavan. Probably keeping. Sick is like 40 without Vials and Caverns. It's not because of Auntie's Hovels, but I guess you could just play Acclaimed Territory instead. Do I go up on the Prospectors to replace Vial? Maybe. Vial is super important in the deck, to be honest. It's like... Yeah, Aether Vial is incredibly important in Goblins. I really don't want to sugarcoat it. Cards like Goblin Matron, Munitions Expert, Ringleader are all just like so much more powerful when you have the Aether Vials. And more Prospectors don't change that, but that's probably what you have to do, yeah. Hot gravy stains, 2 months. Stop building so many interesting decks. Can't afford to keep building them all on paper. No. Thanks for the resub. Ryan, thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate you as well. We can kill that next turn unless they have a 0 mana artifact creature. Which looks like they don't. What is nice about this matchup is that the hammer deck is pretty bad at interacting with your combo. And what we can do next turn is we can go Matron, sack, Expert, Matron to cast Snoop, and then kill on turn 4 here. How did the Aeons doing yesterday? We went 3 and 2 with it. It felt fine. It definitely felt fine. Yeah. Ooh, Outfitter. Okay, I guess I'm chump blocking. And then hoping to not be dead next turn, which is pretty unlikely with them only having 1 card. I think I like chump blocking more this turn than next turn, because this means that Shadow Spear is not going to get the job done by itself. Although I guess they need Shadow Spear plus a way to equip. Yeah, but here we get to go Matron into Snoop. Being running Relic rather than Leyline in the board, is it reasonable to sub, or is Leyline better the matchups you care about? Leyline's way better. It's 0 mana, nukes the graveyard forever. And then, like, Goblins is so grindy, like, oh my gosh, I almost sacked the Prospector first. Goblins is so grindy that, like losing, like, top decking Leyline is not, like, necessarily that big a deal. But, yeah, Leyline is the best graveyard hate. Don't overthink it. Yeah, Leyline is also pretty underplayed. Like, very few people are ready for it. Thoughts on Esper Reanimator? I've been wanting. I'm gonna be playing it again soon. I haven't played it in a little while. But I do want to play it soon. Could have used Mogg War Marshal to ritual kept Skirk. Oh yeah, I guess I could have. Okay. Up a game. Gonna bring in the Trashman, the Furies. Just churning along with goblins. It's got the Chieftain, 2 Ringleaders. I probably went the 4th Harbinger too, just try to combo as often as I can. Is the Boros Stoneblade an Aspiring Spike original? Well, the Boros Stoneblade deck that I've been playing, I did build the list. I'm not the first person to ever play a Boros Stoneblade deck, though. Like, I don't want to get that twisted. I'm not the first person to ever play a red-white Stoneforge deck with, even with Fervent Champion. I'm not the first one to do it, but I think I was the first person to, like, do it really well. I'll probably keep this on the Strength of Fury. The Fervent Champion list, yeah. Like the triple Fire Ice list has been mine. Yeah, I was the first person to play the color red in Modern. Is that a good draw? What's my least favorite currently played card in Modern? I mean, it's always Creeping Chill. I think Living is a great deck. It's probably a little underplayed right now. Can I explain how the combo works? I think we've got a command to explain it, but I can quickly go over it. So, Snoop lets you... oh, dude, we have a Trashmaster on top. It's kind of funny. Snoop gets all activated abilities from cards on top of your library. And so you can use Boggart Harbinger to put a Kiki-Jiki on top of your library. So they can needle my Snoop. So you can put Kiki-Jiki on top, then you can tap Snoop to copy itself. And then you get to keep doing that, but all your copies are tapped, right? Unlike Splinter Twin, you don't get to untap your copied creatures, and so you still need a way to deal damage, even though you have infinite tap creatures. You can either make the tokens, no, you can either make the tokens on your opponent's instep, or what you can do instead is, use your last Snoop to copy Boggart Harbinger to get a Sling-Gang Lieutenant and kill your opponent with the Sling-Gang Lieutenant. Okay, I really want a Trashmaster. I might get Mogg War Marshal for more Trashmaster tokens, but maybe I'll get an Expert instead. Fanatic's an interesting draw. Question is, do they have a second needle? Yeah, we'll see. I did slide out the Prospector, so I wasn't able to tutor for some mana there. But hopefully we can draw a land soon. We're not drawing one next turn. I slide out the Prospector. I do that pretty often. Like, Prospector is kind of like, it doesn't shine, I feel like, in a lot of games. It's obviously a fine card. So I can't kill that with Expert because they've got the Giver of Runes. So I need to main phase the Expert, kill the Giver, and I could Mogg Fanatic the Inkmoth so I'm not dead. And then I guess I have an attack as well. Oh, I guess not anymore because they have protection. Do you have a CFB got up for this one? I think. Honestly, can't remember. I know I intended to, but like a lot of stuff got kind of put on the backlog for Neon Dynasty. I can't remember if I did this one yet, but it's been on my list for a little while. Even if it's not up there, it's been on my list for a while. Monkey over Prospector could work. I don't know. I'm not really like super into the idea of playing Ragavan in these tribal decks where Ragavan's not a member of the tribe. Like one great thing about Goblins is your deck is incredibly resilient to removal. Every single card in your deck is actually very good against removal spells. Including Conspicuous Snoop is the most vulnerable to removal, but this card even like it gets value most of the time when you play it anyways. Like, it's very hard for your opponent to, like, have meaningful removal against you, which is a big part of the reason why I don't like playing Ignoble Hierarch in this deck, is because that card is actually very vulnerable to removal spells, but literally every single other card gives you value. And then also Ragavan isn't cast off Auntie's Hovel or Cavern. It doesn't have synergy with the rest of your deck. It's also, like, the entire format is super ready for Ragavan, so it's not like you're playing Ragavan and your opponents are like, I haven't prepared for Ragavan. What am I to do here, you know? So... yeah, I also like Mogg Fanatic has been incredibly impressive. It's also good against Monkey and there's a lot of synergy in the deck, obviously. Thoughts on Blue Splash versus Black Splash versus No Splash for Hammer? I mean, it's all... You're kind of asking the wrong guy, because it's like... I have played a decent amount of Hammer. I've played a lot of Hammer, but, I haven't played any of Hammer since they printed the Jellyfish Reality Chip. I do think Reality Chip is playable, but I just like haven't been the reality is that the reality that everybody knows is that it's all really close. You know, the decision between these different variants is all very close. There's not a clear best Hammer deck. Everybody knows this. And like the person who solves that problem is gonna have to spend like their entire time playing Modern, playing Hammer, and testing the different versions, and that just hasn't been me. That's not what I've been doing with my time. Someone else is gonna have to take up the mantle. Is Ninja Kunai any good for a Saga Shell? I can't remember what that card does. Yeah, we might play some more of the Discover the Impossible Storm later. Still kind of like tweaking the list a little bit, but it does seem like there's something there. Okay, we should have the kill here. I've been like pretty surprised by how good the Hammer matchup has felt so far. I guess I'll play another Snoop so I have an extra Goblin to sack to the Trash Man. Yeah, we need some pirate tribal payoffs, I think. That costs 2 mana, needs a creature to use to be a bolt. Yeah, seems probably not that good. Could be an interesting option. Okay, my opponent's playing Lurrus. Imagine playing Prismatic Ending in your Lurrus deck. Which is pretty uncommon, to be honest. I would mulligan this on the draw, and I would mulligan this maybe if I didn't see Lurrus, but yeah, Ending in Lurrus decks is pretty uncommon. Most Lurrus decks don't have an answer for it, Vial. Does Crater Maker have enough values in Sideboard slot? It would be a fine Sideboard slot. It's maybe even like correct to play it now that these affinity decks are more popular, but I've always been like really low on Crater Maker. I just have a lot of resentment for the card because like I remember back when the card was spoiled, I was like really into like reading like spoiler threads on Reddit and discussing the cards and stuff, and I was just like there was just all these comments with all these like hundreds of votes saying, yes, Crater Maker is gonna be great against Tron. This is like a really good answer to like Tron and Affinity. And I'm like, dude, this is a 3 mana answer. This is a 3 mana 1/1 against Tron, against like a resolve Planeswalker. And like for the longest time I was just like, am I like reading the card wrong? I remember I just kept thinking, am I reading this card wrong? Why does everybody like this card? This card seems so bad to me. Or like just so mediocre. Like it is obviously like somewhat French playable, has some applications, but it always seems so mediocre to me. I just have a lot of resentment from that era, I guess. Alright, no Kolaghan's Command, please. Yeah, Sting Scourge is kind of interesting against Murktide. Lurrus in the hand, it's fine. Anything besides, oof. Anything besides, Kolaghan's Command is fine. Yeah, Crater Maker imported when Plague Engineer was popular. I agree with that, absolutely. For sure. Okay, so they are not going for Lurrus. I'm definitely going to Violin my Harbinger. I don't know what I'm getting, though. Probably, yeah, let's get, Pashalik Mons. I'll technically have lethal next turn with the Sling-Gang. You can't drown this either. I don't know what they're fetching in response for. So if they use a 1 mana red removal spell on Pashalik Mons, I think I am supposed to activate the Vial. The problem is if they dress down in response, we get kind of toasted. Yeah. Good play, good play, good play. But I think going for the kill here was correct. I think I'll just put in a Ringleader. I know it feels weird to put in a Ringleader. We need another chump blocker though, and we have 2 more Ringleaders in hand, so I think it's kind of fine. Yeah. I wouldn't do this unless I like also like all 3. You can choose to put on anything. I understand that I can choose not to put anything. I'm intentionally putting something in because my opponent has a 13/13 in play, and I really want to chump block it. So if I don't put anything in play, it's just so easy for them to kill one of my blockers, right? They don't really have another dress down, do they? Oh. Did they mess up? So they have to block this or they die. Or do you have the 4th Boggart inside? There are some matchups that are all about the Conspicuous Snoop combo. Most matchups aren't, so I think it's good to just have 3 in the main. Most matchups aren't about all about the Snoop combo. So I'll deal with the 4th in the main. But some matchups like Titan, Tron, Belcher, Oopsal Spells, you really just want to be able to combo as often as possible. Kind of funny to Ringleader twice into dress down on purpose. What a weird game. SPN, thank you for 2 months. Appreciate you. Looking for Reclamation deck attack. Did you redeem something? If you just want a reclamation list, you can take the Team Rec deck and add the blue channel land instead of one of the Henchland Harbors, I think is what I'm cutting. Or no, so I can't cut a Henchland Harbor. It's a castle. We're cutting a castle. Okay, I think I'm not sideboarding in this matchup. That's been my plan in the past. Yeah. Do you ever play Enchantress? Not really. I don't like how polarizing the Enchantress matchups are, because it's like, can your opponent beat Solitary Confinement? If no, you have a good matchup. If they can, your matchup's usually kind of bad. And the deck is also like very uninteractive. You just kind of cast your spells, and I don't know. I don't usually enjoy it that much. It's just not for me. Swamp actually kind of awkward in this hand. Probably be fine. Magus over Trashmaster. I'm confused by the question. We have 4 Magus and 1 Trashmaster at the side. The Maguses are for the Titan matchup. The Trashmasters are for the artifact decks. So I'm confused what the point is, I guess. Alright, everybody, put on your big boy pants and just take the stupid hit from the Ragavan. Just take the stupid hit. You have infinite ways to block it the turn after. How can this deck cast Emrakul? You don't cast it, you board it in against Mill, so they, Mill gets got by the Emrakul. Oh yeah, also Vial on 15. The room for Krinko the 75. You have a lot better. You have much better 4-drops with Ringleader and Sling-Gang. Krinko is very slow. It's very hard to enable haste in Modern on your Krinko as well, while it is a bit easier in the Legacy, I think. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna main phase, expert the Ragavan. If they kill it in response, then I get to Vial in the Prospector and it still dies. And they kept a 1-lander. It's for Tasha's. Well, it's both for Tasha's and the fact that it also just gets shuffled in against Mill. Am I streaming the tournament? I'm not planning on streaming the Energy. I had a lot of like me and Esther like been working on house stuff like all week after the stream, and I've also been working on Channel Fireball stuff. So while I thought about getting the equipment together, I just didn't have time. I might still get it together for the Hunter Burton, but it's also true like the both the Hunter Burton and the Energy, I believe, are going to have coverage. So it's also like I don't necessarily need to, or like the demand for a stream of these events is going to be less because the events are just going to have coverage. So I think so. So maybe for like the SCG Open on my birthday weekend, I'll do it to just kind of trying to play it by ear, I guess. I mean, I'm probably just getting a Ringleader. Working on the house? No, we've just been putting in offers and like dealing with lenders and going and seeing houses. We put in an offer for a house today, last night. Lucid 7 months, appreciate you. I think we've got an okay chance to get it. We had like a really weird, we could do a little more house talk, but we had like a really weird situation where we offered like 10K over asking for this house, but then the seller's like, I don't want any offers over asking unless you're gonna waive the right to appraisal, and we're like, well, we felt like that was a bit weird. that he was like requesting that, so we're just like, well, we'll just not waive the right and just offer asking price. So I kind of think that maybe the seller just wants to sell it for asking price because he thinks that's what it's worth. Apparently he's a realtor, is what we were told. So I'll be pretty happy if we get it for the offer, and if not, it's gonna be fine also. Lucid, thank you for the 7 months. Appreciate you so much. Dude, Goblins is so freaking... This deck is so good. Let's keep this. The Play Against Luris deck. Thank you, Exact 3 dozen. Yeah, that sounds more realistic. What are the Void Mirrors for? They're for Cascade decks, mostly. How long have me and Esther been dating? Our 4th anniversary was early February. No! A Lurrus deck with Portable Hole. Brutal. Yeah, I'll see what happens here. I'll play the War Marshal. Scott, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Yeah, hey, how did Everett propose to Esther? Just told chat he'd get married to her for tax purposes. Thanks. And love. There's, you know, love and tax purposes. So that's the title of my not my biography, autobiography, Love and Taxes. She was in chat earlier. I don't think she's in chat now. Oh, it's Hammer with main deck Portable Hole. That's pretty interesting. Okay, I don't know what I want a Harbinger for. I think I'm just gonna play Fanatic. Did she hit the million channel points? No. she's I think pretty proud of her like 40,000 channel points or so. Alright, awkward draw. I think we're gonna get a Prospector here. No. I don't want to go. I guess I can go Prospector, sack 2 Goblins for Ringleader next turn. Maybe it's fine. How do taxes work for streamers? It's really not all that complicated. You have income and you claim it, and then you have deductions and you claim those too, just like every other job. It's really not that complicated. Seeing the name of the next card drawn. Can I sing it now? Do I do I really have to wait? I know what it's gonna be. I guess I'll warn everybody. Singing's coming. Turn down your speakers. Oh, what if I die this turn? I guess I can't die this turn. Well, okay, so I am dead. I cannot win from this point. But what I can do is I can sing the card to fulfill the redemption. Skirk Prospector! Yeah, there's no point in like ringleadering. We have no outs. We did beat Hammer Time earlier today. I wonder if we would have won if they didn't have the Portable Hole for my Aether Vial. That was definitely brutal. I'm going to side up the Skirk Prospector, 2 Ringleaders, the Chieftain, and a War Marshal. Oh, okay, we've got another redemption. I keep meaning to limit that one. Sometimes we get some chains. I'll sing the next one we draw. How did neighbors' dogs think when they hear me singing magic cards? They're just too busy barking all day. How's Magus been for strong? We haven't played against Toronto or Titan yet this league, but I think just like with Titan being popular and with them playing the Besageux, it's just kind of an easy choice at the moment. I like this hand against Hammer on the play. Definitely going to keep. Would feel a little bit more uncomfortable on the draw. So I still haven't drawn my card to sing yet. Dude, they left in Sentinel? That weird. Conspicuous Snoop! Conspicuous Snoop! My posture wasn't good enough. Was Ringleader into Snoop and Lucky Kiki on top possible? No, because you need that. Like, Snoop doesn't get to Kiki unless it has hazed. Snoop. Just gonna take this. My opponent might have kept a 1-lander. No. Okay. I think with Ringleader in hand, I'm just gonna grab a War Marshal for the trash man. The trash man. Would I like a thematic wedding? Crimson Vow. Probably like the red wedding. I only saw like the first half of the episode, but it was like pretty cool how the two families were coming together and they were squashing their beef, even though Rob like snuffed that one guy's daughter. Didn't finish the episode, but it was like kind of a touching start to it at least. I'm a bit worried about Needle on my Trashmaster. I think here I should be somewhat comfortable to... Oh, there's a Kiki on top. Alright. Yeah, I'm just going to kill these two. I was thinking I might want to sack my Snoop, but... No, I don't think so. Does get Needle. But I've got a Kiki on top. So, but yeah, you have to name the Trashmaster, otherwise I just kill the Needle. It's not really even a conversation, I guess. And has another portable hole. Dude, these portable holes are wrecking me. It is certainly notable here, though, that I have dealt with my opponent's Shadow Spear, which means they can't give trample to any of their other creatures. Oh no. Yeah, this might be where the win streak ends, guys. Portable holes, the Truth and Hammer, maybe. Yeah, I had the upkeep stop for the Conspicuous Snoop before it got portable hold. Is it ever correct to hold Trash Man turn to play around Needle? I mean, I don't think it was on that board, but maybe it is sometimes. I'm gonna take 10. Yeah, never took 10 damage before, kid. Ah! Okay, taking 10 was kind of bad against this Sanctifier in back, huh? Yikes. Okay, but that's a blocker for Sanctifier. And we get to put something on top. I don't know what, though. Probably Sling-Gang. Yeah, definitely Sling-Gang. Oh, it has Pro Black, too. Sorry, I don't know why. I always forget that Sanctifier also has Pro Black. Okay. Okay. Goblins were destroyed. Both games just getting destroyed by the portable holes. Okay, let's keep. How does the hole work in D&D? A portable hole is a very tricky item. It like leads to a different dimension. Little pocket dimension. Or is this Heliod? I may be paying for War Marshal's Echo next turn. It's kind of tough. How do I feel about Titan Creativity? I think I dislike it. I think that the Archon and Emrakul versions are both better. Yeah, our Vials have been getting squished last couple games. Yeah, one is just playing Heliod. It's pretty cool. I do feel like people have, people have definitely just given up on the deck, but I do think it's maybe a little bit underplayed. Apparently not everybody's given up on it. I think we're going to draw a Den of the Bugbear next turn. That's my prediction. Notably, the Mogg Fanatic does stop both the Spike Feeder and Walking Ballista combos. Unless they have some help, of course. So if I Skirk Prospector on top, I can maybe cast another spell here. Can you just cast the Prospector? That was if you portable hole, another portable hole. There's an explosion, right? Is Courtyard's only advantage deck Pashalik? Yeah. What's funny is like before, like the card, like Courtyard was spoiled, and we actually had a game where we wanted to activate Pashalik, and we had all unclaimed territories and caverns, so it actually did like come up before we actually got the card in the deck. But it's you know, not to be overthought. How did the bidding of Fiddles go? 3-2. Went 3-2 went fine. Feel like Cave do here, but that Titan creativity. I think he'd respect my opinion. I could also be wrong. Do you think you'll try out other formats? Yeah, soon. I'll be dipping my toes in. I probably would have this week if I didn't have so much other stuff going on. Battlecry Goblin has felt better than Chieftain. Well, the Battlecry Goblin doesn't give your other cards haste, right? Giving your Snoop haste is kind of like the main reason you play this card. Okay, Mogg Fanatic literally carrying us. Definitely a tentative board state, though. Oh, we lose, right? They lifelink there. Oh, I could have... No, so I could... If I block in Sack, I die anyways. Yeah, they lifelink their guy, put a counter, and then the Fanatic no longer stops them from getting infinite life. Oh, I guess I do have an infinite damage combo. I forgot about the infinite damage combo. Yeah, I guess I didn't need to concede there. I do have to break up the infinite life combo first. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. It saved everybody a lot of time with the concession. Is their quick combo faster than theirs? No, it's not. Yeah, I know. Like the stupid Heliod like click battle, click war is just such a pain. Yeah, deck tech for ruler. 1/4 EU. So deal 5 damage tribal. Seeing tribal flames in a deck with Shrapnel Blast, Galvanic Blast is real weird. You've got like a Darksteel Citadel in here. I'm definitely keeping this hand. Wait, why are we playing Universal Automaton? For Goblin Grenade? So I mean I don't know what to do with this. you need to be playing like almost all goblins for your Goblin Grenade to like be close to playable. That's kind of my first point. And then I feel like playing Galvanic Blast, Shrapnel Blast in your Tribal Flames deck is also like stretching yourself pretty thin as well. Probably unnecessarily, right? They have Solitude, Solitude Mine. No, never mind. I don't know, man. I will also say that the Galvanic Blast doesn't really fit with the deal 5 damage tribal. Okay, the Snoop combo does beat Ariak Champion, but it's just really annoying because you have to respond to all the ETBs. But it does beat it. Yeah, to be honest, I think my opinion on this deck is IDK, man. I don't know, dude. I don't have too many thoughts here. I don't have notes. I'm sorry. You can maybe get a refund for that one. All right, it's gonna be some clicks, but we do win here if they don't have Solitude. I think they've got Solitude. They like pause on the Munitions Expert. I don't think I'm supposed to play around it though. Well, if they had it, they were supposed to do respond there, right? They may be like not sure how, or maybe I guess they want to Solitude my Harbinger. This way they get to gain a ton of life. That could be the right play. Hopefully my opponent's just trying to figure out what's going on. Alright, so this is how many? This number is covered up. I can't even tell it. I think this is now 10. 10, 4. I think I have enough now. Isn't it better to wait till they're EOT to swing? I don't know why it would be. Like, you let them untap here when I just killed them right now. We win, I think. Somebody didn't miscount. Did not miscount. I remember we used to play this deck back when Heliod was actually like a popular and played deck in the format. We would play this deck sometimes, and things would be pretty crazy. Do you have any decks playing You Consumes All? I don't. I did see I've seen some lists from Spider Space and Fran that look pretty interesting. This hand's probably too good to maul, but it is tough to keep a hand that's reliant on Vial. We also have Prospector for some mana. This hand is amazing if the Vial survives. You have Mogg Fanatic for Arbor Elf. Not that they have Arbor Elf here, but Mogg Fanatic also breaks up the combo. Then we have War Marshal plus Prospector for some mana too. Educates. I don't feel like I liked the... I mean, it was fine. I just think he's like too obsessed with trying to make the Tribal Zoo deck work, to be honest. So the deck's just like not that strong. It's fine. Like it does fit in that deck. I will for sure. Well, if we draw land, we're doing okay. We get to go War Marshal into Snoop. So my Prospector lives. No Furies. I don't know that Fury is like that good against Heliod. Like it doesn't kill their Aryak champions. I feel like it doesn't kill that much of their creatures. Alright, well. Sad 3-0 to 3-2 probably. How bad is Attack Rebuke in a Synthesizer deck? I think you want if you're gonna play a Synthesizer, I really think you want basically no targets that are bad to hit off of it. So like no counter spells, ideally no 4-drops. I don't know, if they stumble a little bit and we draw a land, we could be okay. Conclave Mentor and Arbor Elf. Land? Okay, we did draw the land. I think that I am probably supposed to Munitions Expert the Spike Feeder this turn and then ping the Arbor Elf. Interested in playing Bant Reclamation. That was actually kind of on my list for today. I meant to update it this morning. And I was thinking that I would just be able to play Fiddlebender and Goblins today, but I do kind of want to pivot decks after this. And I have been wanting to try Bant Reclamation with March. So we might actually do that next. I think we have a good amount of time for it too. Is Heliod good again? I don't think so. But my opponent is playing it. It's a pretty common thing. Like, our opponent plays... Oh, sorry, I meant to play the War Marshal first. Whatever. Our opponent plays, The first time you see Heliod in a long time, and people want to know if it's good again, but it's just a little too early to tell. Ban control practice for the tournament. I don't really need it. I've played so much of that deck. This is not a request. This is not like a request time either. I'm just dead if they have a land anyways. I wanted to play Bant Reclamation. This was like on my list already. Okay, they're killing the Snoop. Man, we're pretty dead. Is Elden Ring gonna be my favorite Souls game? I mean, how could anybody say that it will be before actually finishing it, right? I'm only like 20 hours in. I have hundreds of hours in the other games. Keeping one lane with Vial in the past was legit, but maybe not anymore. So many long lane remove cards now. I don't know. Like, we're on the draw with this hand. We had the Vial. I think that you just don't keep every... You don't keep every one-land Vial hand, but I think you keep a decent chunk of them still. 3-0 into 3-2. Yeah. I've got a Hizutu, consumes all this by a store, deck tech incoming. Okay, I can take a look. I do think that card's interesting and powerful. It is also true, like, that card is also, like, not...